Victor Anthony Raj. He has pursued his bachelor's, master's and MPhil in physics. He then went on to pursue his PhD in physics at the University of Madras as well. He then went on to work as a lecturer at Thiruvalluvar Arts and Science College and Idea Engineering College for Women. Since the year 2006, he works as the lecturer and assistant professor at Loyola College, Chennai. With regard to research, he has published several papers in international journals, namely Radio Wave Propagation over Salem, Linear and Non-Linear Optical Properties of Pure and Doped Selenium Malate Single Crystals, and many more. He has also attended several conferences and seminars, namely International Conference on Materials Science and Technology, National Conference on Higher Education at Crossroads held at Loyola College, National Seminar on Crystal Growth 12 held at VIT University, and many more.
Welcome to UGC lecture series B.Arc Mathematics Semester 1 Lecture 16. In this lecture, we are going to see about probability. Probability is a concept which is used to explain the possibility of an event. In that probability, we are going to see laws of addition and multiplication of probability, conditional probability, independent events, summary. These are all the concepts we are going to see in this lecture. Probability. This probability is a concept which numerically measures the degree of uncertainty and therefore of certainty of the occurrence of events. So, the possibility for the occurrence of events and the non-possibility for the occurrence of event can be mathematically explained using the concept probability. So, if an event A can happen in m ways and the same event can fail in n ways. So, if an event A can happen in m ways and fail in n ways being equally likely to occur, then the probability of the happening of A is number of favorable cases over total number of mutually exclusive and equally likely cases. Here it is said that an event can happen in m ways. This m ways is the number of favorable cases. So, that should come in the numerator of the probability. So, m over total number of mutually exclusive and equally likely cases. Here, if that event happen in m ways, then fail in n ways, these two ways are equally likely. So, that m plus n will be in the denominator. So, for event A to happen, the probability is m by n plus n. In the same way, for an event A to fail can be obtained by m. If the event happening, then fail can be n by m plus n. So, if the probability of happening is p and the probability of not happening is q, then p plus q is equal to m by m plus n plus n by m plus n is equal to m plus n over m plus n is equal to 1. That is the sum of probability for an event for happening and not happening is equal to 1. So, from this definition and explanation, you learnt that the total probability of an event should not exceed unity. So, the probability value must be between 0 and 1. 1 is the maximum possibility and 0 is the minimum possibility. So, less than that no probability value will come. This is how mathematicians will explain the occurrence or happening of an event and not happening of an event. In that probability, some of the important terms are there. The first one is equally likely events. To understand these equally likely events, we need to consider two events. That two events are said to be equally likely if one of them cannot be expected in preference to the other. So, that is the equally likely event. For instance, if you draw a card from a well shuffled pack of cards, we may get any card from then the 52 different cases are equally likely. You know, in a card 4 kings will be there, 4 aces will be there, 4 queens will be there, then each number will be 4, 1 will exist in 4, 2 will exist in 4. So, totally in a set of card 52 cards will be there. To draw a card from that well shuffled pack, if the possibility is 1 by 52 for 1 by 52 possibility to draw a card. If that card is king, so totally 4 kings are there in a set of in a pack of card. So, 4 by 52 is the possibility for is the probability for the occurrence of king in a card. This is how that equally likely events can be defined. The next thing is independent events. Two events may be independent when the actual happening of one does not influence in any way the probability of the happening of the other. Then only that events are said to be independent events. That is, the actual happening of one event does not influence the probability of the happening of the other. Example for this independent events is getting head on first coin and tail on the second coin. So, you are given 2 coins, that 2 coins are tossed. One coin may get head, then the other coin may get tail. So, getting head in the first coin does not affect the second coin, or getting head in the first coin is not affected by the second coin. So, that two events are said to be independent events. Then mutually exclusive events. So, first we talked about equally likely events, then independent events, now mutually exclusive events. Here two events are known as mutually exclusive when the occurrence of one of them excludes the occurrence of the other. In the equally likely events, the two events of one of them cannot be expected in preference to the other. In independent events, the events will not affect the other. In mutually exclusive event, the occurrence of one excludes the occurrence of the other. For example, a single coin is tossed. In that single coin, only head will fall or tail will fall. So, we get head or tail, but not both. So, getting head, so the occurrence of head excludes the occurrence of tail, or the occurrence of tail excludes the occurrence of head. This is how mutually exclusive events can be defined. Now, apply these concepts in the following example. In this example, you are asked to find the probability of getting 5 and an even number with an ordinary 6-faced die. You know die, the die is a 6-faced cube. In that, if the die is rolled, you can get any number between 1 to 5. In the first case, you are asked to find the probability for getting 5. In the second case, you are asked to get the probability for the occurrence of even number. Between 1 to 6, 3 even numbers are there, that is 2, 4, 6. So, total number of possibilities in the rolling of die is 6. One can fall 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Any one number can occur. So, total possibility is 6. So, apply this concept, this problem can be solved. So, solution to this problem is obtained. For the first case, you are asked to find the getting 5, So, number of favorable ways will be in the numerator, number of favorable ways, over total number of events, So, which is equal to only 1 5 is there in a die, then 6 is the total number of ways. So, 1 by 6 is the probability for getting 5. Then the second answer for the second question is number of ways to get even number, even number is equal to 3, 2, 4, 6 are the number of ways. So, the probability is 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. So, this is the answer for the second thing. Now, second example, find the probability of getting 9 with 2 dice. In the earlier problem, only 1 die is thrown, now 2 dice are thrown. So, to get 9 in the sense sum of the occurrence of the 2 die should be equal to 9, that is the meaning of 9 here. So, the possibilities for 9, 3 plus 6, then 4 plus 5, then 5 plus 4, like that possibilities are there. So, solution to this problem will be number of ways getting 9, number of ways to get 9, that is sum of 9 is 3 plus 6, 4 plus 5, 5 plus 4, 6 plus 3. So, totally 4 ways are there to get the sum as 9. So, the required probability is equal to 4 by total number of events in the 2 die, 36. So, 6 into 6, 36. So, 1 by 9 is the probability for the occurrence of 9 in 2 dice. Then the next problem is regarding a card, a pack of 52 cards, one is drawn at random, find the probability of getting a king. So, solution to this problem is obtained by taking the number of king. So, a king can be chosen in 4 ways. So, total way is equal to 4, then total number of cards is equal to 52, total number of cards is equal to 52. So, the probability to get king is 4 by 52, which is equal to 1 by 13. This is how the basic probability concept can be applied. Next, addition law of probability. In probability, addition law of probability and multiplication law of probability, like that 2 kinds are there. If P1, P2, P3, etc., Pn be separate probability of mutually exclusive events, then the probability P that any of this event will happen is given by P is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus etc. Pn. This is also called as theorem of addition of probability. This theorem can be proved by taking the probability of different n number of events, A, B, C, like that. If P1 is the probability for the event A to happen, then P2 is the probability for the event B to happen. Like that, different events are assumed means we can prove this addition law of probability. Proof of this addition law of probability. Let A, B, C, etc. be the events happening, then the probabilities of these events are P1, P2, P3, etc. be the probabilities of these events. Now, n be the total number of favorable cases. Total number of favorable cases. Then M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus etc. plus Mn is the total number of favorable cases for the event either A or B or C are to occur. M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus Mn are the total number of favorable cases for the event A or B or C or anything to happen. Hence, the probability of A plus B plus C etc. gives the total number of cases M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus etc. plus Mn over the number, which can be simplified as M1 by n plus M2 by n plus M3 by n plus etc. plus Mn by n. So, this is how the above equation can be simplified. Then you get this is equal to P of A plus P of B plus P of C plus etc. P of n. So, this is how this probability can be simplified. This is how the addition law of probability can be proved. The next thing is multiplication law of probability. In the multiplication law of probability also, two independent events are assumed. If there are two independent events, then the respective probability of which are known, then the probability that both will happen is the product of the probability of their happening respectively. So, to use the multiplication law of probability, we need to assume two independent events, then PA and PB are the probability for the events to happen independently, then P of AB gives the probability for the thing. Multiplication law of probability. If there are two independent events, the respective probability of which are known, then the probability that both will happen is the product of the probability of their happening respectively. So, P of A into B is equal to P of A into P of B, where P of A into B is the probability for both to happen, P of A is the probability for A alone to happen, then P of B is the probability for B alone to happen. So, this is the multiplication law of probability. This multiplication law of probability can be proved in the following way. Suppose A and B are the two independent events, then let A happen in M1 ways and fail in N1 ways. So, let A happen in M1 ways. A happen in M1 ways and N1 be the failing of A. Then the probability for A to happen is equal to M1 over M1 plus N1. The similar manner you can go for let B happen in M2 ways and fail in N2 ways. So, let B happen in M2 ways and fail in N2 ways. So, the probability for the B to happen is P of B is equal to M2 over M2 plus N2. P of B is equal to M2 over M2 plus N2. Now, there are four possibilities. The four possibilities are A and B both may happen. A and B both may happen. Then, how many number of ways that both may happen is M1 into M2. Then, A may happen and B may fail. A may happen and B may fail. So, in how many number of ways this will happen is this will happen in M1 into N2 number of ways, because for the A to happen M1 number of ways, for the B to fail N2 number of ways. Then the third case is A may fail and B may happen. A may fail and B may happen. So, in how many number of ways this can possible is for A to fail N1 number of ways, for B to happen M2 number of ways. So, M2 N1 is the number of ways that A may fail and B may happen. Now, both may fail. For the failing of both, we will get this M1 N1 into N2. So, you get the probability as P of A into P of B. So, applying the four cases, you can find that both may happen. This is how the multiplication law of probability can be proved. Next, conditional probability. This conditional probability is a probability of happening an event such that event B has already happened is called the conditional probability of happening A. On the condition that B has already happened, it is usually denoted by P of A by B, where P of A by B is the conditional probability for the happening of event A such that event B has already happened. So, if event B is happening such that event A has already happened means this conditional probability formula will change that P of B by A. This is how this conditional probability can be defined. Now, we can apply all these concepts of probability to a problem. So, in this problem, a bag contains 4 white and 2 black balls, and the second bag contains 3 of each color, that is 3 white balls and 3 black balls. Then from these 2 bags, a bag is selected at random and a ball is then drawn at random from the bag chosen. what is the probability that the ball drawn is white? So, here in this problem you can apply all the concepts of probability like mutually exclusive events, independent events, then equally likely events. Those concepts can be applied in this problem. So, how this problem can be solved is, first let us choose the bag. Here in this problem 2 bags are given. So, the probability for choosing a bag is equal to 1 by 2. So, solution to this problem will be started first by choosing a bag. When the first bag is chosen, then the probability will be 1 by 2 for the first bag is equal to 1 by 2. Then from this bag the probability of choosing white ball. This ball has got 4 white balls. In the question it is asked that what is the probability that the ball drawn is white. This ball has got 4 white balls. So, total number of balls in that bag will be 4 plus 2 6. 4 plus 2 6. Therefore, the probability of drawing a white ball from the first bag is 1 by 2 into 4 by 6. This is equal to 1 by 3. So, in the first step the multiplication concept of probability is used. Then the same white ball is chosen from the second bag. So, first we need to take the probability for drawing the second bag, that is 1 by 2 is the probability for drawing the second bag. Then white ball to be chosen. In the second bag 3 white balls are there, then total number of balls are 6. So, 1 by 2 into 3 by 6 which is equal to 1 by 4. Here this is the probability for a white ball to be drawn from the second bag. So, these two events are mutually exclusive. So, in mutually exclusive case the addition law of probability can be used. Addition law of probability says that if 2 events are mutually exclusive, then for the occurrence of an event from both the event, probabilities of the individual event can be added. This is what that addition law of probability says. So, here for a ball to be drawn, probability is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 7 by 12 is the total probability for a white ball to be drawn from any one of the bag. In this lecture we learnt the concepts of probability. Then addition law of probability gives P1 plus P2 plus P3 is equal to P, where P is the total probability of n number of events. P1, P2, P3 etc. are the probabilities of the individual event. Then multiplication law of probability gives P of A into B is equal to P of A into P of B. Then condition probability and independent events are the concepts we discussed in this lecture. After listening to this lecture, you can answer the following questions. Define probability of an event. Give the addition and multiplication law of probability. What is the probability that a leap year selected at random will contain 53 Sundays? These are all the questions you can answer after listening to this lecture. Thank you.